So yeah, it has been quite a while. As you see, I changed a little bit the setup around. And the theme for today is gonna be how is a 7-year-old camera holding up in today's time. And the camera I'm talking about today is also one which is filming me right now. It's the Canon EOS R. And in this video I wanna give you 5 points to think about when considering buying and in today's time, and just comparing how is it holding up compared to some of the other cameras, where is it placed, and does it even still work? Well, obviously yes, but we will get to this a little bit more into the detail. And yeah, I'm talking about this, that I'm using a 7-year-old camera, because today if you're a photographer and you're on YouTube, you will really see a plenty of people, and I don't judge them from it. I would do the same as they do. They are changing, because they have the possibilities, they are changing cameras almost any other day, I feel like. As soon as a new camera gets out, they have it, or they get it, and they use it, and sure, they don't really complain about it. It's a new camera, and of course it's gonna be better than the next one. But I didn't really see so much people really using older cameras nowadays. And by old I really mean an EOS R with 7 years. I don't know, I don't see that much YouTube videos about it in 2025, so that's why we are here. And we just jump straight into it, I would say. So the first thing which comes to mind, or a lot of people consider when buying a new camera, is the image quality and the image performance. And so a little bit for the background, the Canon EOS R came out in 2018, so it's gonna make 7 years now. And it has a 30 megapixel sensor, full frame, of course. And I gotta say, I mainly do street photography, so that's my point of view from which I'm talking about. And for street photography, it's really nice sensor and well placed from the megapixel as well, because when you do street, you often tend to take a lot of pictures during the day, or me at least. And with 30 megapixel you are in a really sweet spot, because you have more than the most of the other cameras, like 24 and 20 is like the main thing, or you have a higher end where you have like 50 and 45, and there is not really in between, especially not when you compare Canon cameras. And 30 megapixel is the right spot. You got a little bit more than the usual, but also less than the higher ends. So you save up a lot of storage in the long term, because the file sizes aren't so freaking huge. So that's really a big benefit right there. Yeah, and when it comes to image quality, I already mentioned it's good, but I also do a little bit of landscape. And with 30 megapixels, I am able also to do like 65 by 24, like this big wide panoramas, crop it out. And you don't get the best resolution out of it, but you got a solid resolution to look at a normal or even bigger screen. Sure, I won't be able to do 2-meter prints without upscaling it. But other than that, for like normal use, as I do, and most of the time really 90% of the people who take photos don't really print them out, and even then not that big. So yeah, you're totally fine with it when it comes to resolution. The second point is the versatility and the everyday use of this camera. I can talk about it because I really use it every day. I take it to a school, I take it basically anywhere I go. And I often do day trips to another cities for street photography as well. And when you are holding this camera all day in the hand, for me at least, it's not really a problem. And sure, at the end of the day, you will feel it a little bit in the hand. But other than that, it's quite a nice compact camera. And when you are comparing it to R5, R5 Mark II, R6, R6 Mark II, it's even a little bit smaller than these bodies. So there's a slight benefit to this. And yeah, the ergonomics are great even for like some bigger hands. I have medium size, one even maybe small hands, I would say. And it's a great camera to carry around all day. That's not really a problem. The third point, which is quite important as well, I would say, is the durability and the quality of the camera. And by that I mean the weather sealing. There are really plenty of times where I did go out to take pictures and got absolutely drenched by heavy rain, heavy snowfall. I used it in sub -20 degrees and even less temperatures, and also on the other end, so around 30-35 degrees plus. And it's holding well. Sometimes when I got drenched with the camera, I really had to worry that like I thought it's going to break because it was really soaking wet. But it's holding up fine, for me at least. And yeah, so also for me the camera at the beginning, sure, you treat it really nice and you take care of it. But the more you use it and the more you get into photography as well, the more it becomes a tool for you. And the moment on where it becomes a tool for you, you're still caring about your camera, of course, but you use it in any conditions how you would use it and can use it, and just try to get the most out of it. No matter if it's your sensor, your weather sealing, or your image quality on your camera, or on this one at least. The next point, which is the fourth one, is the longevity and the software updates. So it's not so much a nice point, I would say, because on the longevity wise, the body is holding up really fine. Like I use it, or it's in heavy use for me, and it doesn't really show it until now. That's great. But when it comes to like software updates, I gotta be honest, I'm a little bit disappointed, because sure, when it came out, it did get some, but Canon more or less did forget about it now that there's an R5 Mark II, an R6 and all this stuff. And I'm sure it could get some really nice upgrades which would make this camera a little bit more worthwhile. But apparently it's not so much on their mind, at least for right now, and I don't think there will be any other software updates coming. The fifth point, which is also the last one, is the price and the used market of this camera. When I bought this camera, it was around 2 years after release. It was released for around 2,250 bucks. And I bought it for around 1,300 bucks, so there was quite a massive price drop, which is quite nice. And yeah, so I would say in today's market it's not worth it buying it new, because you have an R6, which is newer. Sure, it has a little bit less megapixels, but you can get it for almost the same price, I would say. Don't take me on that. And when you compare it to the used market, it's around 700 to 900 bucks. It depends on the condition you wanna get it. And is it worth it still using it today or buying it today? It's not me to ask, I would say. You gotta make up your points for yourself. That's definitely up to you. And you gotta see for yourself, where do you use it, how do you use it, is it worth it? But if you wanna have a full frame camera who is a little bit a good all-rounder and everything, video, it's mediocre, but it's filming me right now, so it's apparently not that bad. And yeah, so if you're a beginner looking into a full frame camera for everyday use, which is small, compact, and got a really decent battery life, I would say, really decent image quality, it's really nice. Well, let me know down in the comments if you are using a Canon EOS R1 or how old is your camera which you are using, and if you are still happy with it. And until next time.